Okay, good evening class. So today moving to the next tool, that is Lasso tool. So creating a new file. So while creating the new file, what I want, sometimes you need a more workspace area. So when you're creating the file, suppose if I create it again, press OK. So now I'm pressing spacebar, and then what I want to move the document. So I'm pressing the spacebar, you're getting a kind of hand tool. The shortcut is H also. So you need to press spacebar, do not release it, and then left mouse button to move the document on the left, on the right, to get more space on the document. So what I need to do, I need to simply press F. You're going to give it free your document, and then press spacebar and then left mouse to make it more area. You need to pan the document. So what we are doing, we are panning the document, we are moving to the left corner and then this. So this is a small tip. Okay, coming to the lasso tool. So selecting the first tool, that is free from lasso tool, which says you need to create a kind of selection. So simply we are getting, or we are getting a kind of graphic tablet also, so you can create a kind of selection. Okay, so this is where you can create a kind of selection. So what I want, I can create a new layer, and then we can create a kind of C area. Okay, this way, and then the selection. So how does it work? Simply you need to click. You can also move out from the canvas. So simply you can move it as you need to draw simple area over here, and then move out from the canvas and then close it over here. So now we are getting one layer. The selection, the tools for the selection will be the same, and then you can give a kind of color over here. So we're going to give a little bit kind of sea green, alt backspace. So we got it. So now we can create a background over here, one more. So again, coming to the lasso tool, so we can create a foreground over here, kind of raw selection, and then getting to the add to the selection, as I told you. So we can add to the same selection. So this is the layer which will be foreground, and then little bit darker color over here, moving to the darker area, and then all backspace. So this is the foreground, and then if you want to create the sky, so simple for creating the sky, the layer will be over here, and then you simply pick the color, simply selecting the sky color, and then alt backspace. Now the color is overlapping all of the layers. So as I told you, you can move this layer to the bottom while pressing Ctrl and then curly bracket, the close curly bracket, move one time. Pressing Ctrl and then left curly bracket, you can move it. You need to change the color, again you can change the color. You can move to the blue area and then select it, and then alt backspace. So now you're getting this color. And then if you want to change the color of it, but the selection is not there, so what we can do, we can create the selection by this thumbnail only. We need the same kind of selection. Pressing the control, and on the thumbnail you can see we are getting a kind of icon over here for the selection. You can see I right click and then create the last thumbnail. So this is the thumbnail. Pressing the control, and then simply as soon as you are pressing the control, you are getting the thumbnail. Control click, you need to select that layer also. Now if you want to change the color, so you need that same color which you have filled just now. So it will be very difficult to find out the same. You need to sample the same color. So what I want, I will be clicking over here the foreground color, and then moving your cursor outside from that window, and then you can click it over here. The same color palette will be over here in front of you, and then you can create the darker color over here. Alt backspace. So this way you can also create the kind of composition of your documents. I want a small tree also, so one more layer on top of it, lasso, and then over here we can move it, and then with the mouse only I will going to try to create the shapes. And that's it. So this is the thing we are getting. We need little bit more border over here. So getting to this, add to the selection, and then you can add to the selection by clicking and then covering this area like this. Simple. and then this will be a kind of tree bark, so the color will be darker over here, and then creating the layer for the backspace. We need to hide this bark, so simply we need to click and then drag on top of this layer, so you can cut it out. So this way you can create the composition. So this is the useful one for the lasso tool. And then if you will be creating to the polygonal lasso tool, simply how you can do it, it will going to connect to the area, so click it, and then this will going to stick to the area, and then you need to create some kind of mountains over here. So click, you're going to create the shapes over here, and then continue over here, and then that's it. Do not think that it will going to overlap it. Simply you select it and then create the one more layer. So this will be same sampling the color from here, make it more darker or make it more fadier. Okay, this is far away. So this is the thing, and then Alt backspace, Control D, and then what we need this to be on top of this layer. So simply we're going to select this current layer and then press Control and then either left or right curly bracket, so we can move the layer to the bottom. So pressing Control and then left curly bracket, we can move to the bottom. So we have created a kind of cutout, and then we can also press Alt, and then we can also create a duplicate of that same layer, and then we can move it over here. We can also reduce the size, as I told you, left click and then scale it down, place it over here, so this will be far away. And then we need to give a lighter color over here, so as I told you, press Control, click over here, and then we need to fade it more into the environment, or backspace, done. So this is it. So we need this to be more darker, so press Control and then make it more darker, Alt backspace, done. In this way you can use our selection tool. Okay, now if you want to select the same area with the lasso tool, you can select this layer, pressing the Alt and then click on the eye. So this will going to isolate that particular layer. Pressing Alt, click on this, pressing Alt and click on this. Alt, left click, left click, left click, left click. Again left click, enable all the layers. Left click, again left click. So this way you can, if you want to select it, you can also select the thing also, right? But this is not that much kind of perfection you are going to get it from the selection tool. And the last tool, which I don't think that is that much useful, but you can see what it will going to do. It will going to read the kind of contrast in the layer. So simply click and drag, and then it will going to automatically snap to the edges of that selection. Suppose if I cross it over here to save the time, simply what I'm doing, I'm simply moving on top of that selection, and then you're getting the selection this way. How? From it again, suppose this is the layer, you need to select this layer and then press L and then click it over here, click, and then move the cursor close to the edge of that mountain, and then you can see getting the selection. And then cross it over here. I don't want that much of selection. See, as I'm moving it outside, it is not getting that accurate selection. And then double click, you're going to get the selection. Not by mistake, I lost it. So this is it. So with the lasso tool, you're getting it, and then with the polygonal tool also you're getting some kind of selection. Okay, so this is all about lasso tool selections. Okay.